Body cam video capturing a parent's worst fear as paramedics respond to a home to help a little boy who's having a seizure. Well, tonight, that boy, by the way, is doing just fine, but the incident left his mother with a big bill to pay.
Yeah, months later, she received a $1,600 invoice for that ambulance ride, something not only she believed her taxes would pay for, but that her insurance would cover.
So she asked 8 News Now investigator David Sharns for some help. And David, really, this kind of thing happens all the time, doesn't it?
Every day. And many of us think that our taxes cover these ambulance rides flat out. We've found they can be costly and unfortunately in an emergency simply unavoidable. After we got involved in this specific case, the insurance company changed its tune, leaving this mother to ask why she was even charged in the first place.
It's a moment captured on a police officer's body camera that no parent wants to experience. 11-month-old Maxon Lopez having a seizure this January night inside his North Las Vegas home. Police provided the video to us already blurred, but the person begging for paramedics to save her son's life is Caitlin Lopez, Maxon's mom.
And that's when I thought, like, okay, he's gonna go, and I'm like shouting like he's gonna die, like he's not breathing.
Paramedics with the North Las Vegas Fire Department would determine Maxon had a seizure brought on by a fever. They're common in young children, but scary for any parent. Within minutes, first responders transported Maxon to the hospital where doctors checked him out and later released him. But now months later, the agony of dealing with the cost of that ride is far from healed.
At one point did it go from this is an emergency to this is going to cost me money?
Honestly, not until I got the bill.
The bill, $1,624.04. The reason, the family's health insurance, United Healthcare, denying the claim for out-of-network care. The breakdown, $1,200 for the ambulance ride, plus an additional $35 for each mile.
My husband served. You know, we work full-time, we pay our taxes.
North Las Vegas's ambulance rates are posted online and are similar to other communities across southern Nevada. Clark County offers almost identical rates, both upwards of $1,000 to start. A spokesperson for the city telling the 8 News Now investigators, while the service is readily available, a user fee is charged for those transported to pay for the cost of the service based on the level of service provided, basically the cost of the ride. An 11-mile ride for Maxon Lopez that cost $1,600.
This is a situation that many people are facing.
Patricia Kelmar is a senior director at US PIRG, an advocacy and research group that explores consumer issues.
We know every day people are making that really difficult choice of, do I call 911 for the care that I need? And will that call end up bankrupting my family?
Kelmar helped pass a recent federal law protecting consumers from surprise medical bills. But that law doesn't apply to ground ambulances, like the one that brought Maxon to the hospital. That, she says, leads people, parents like Caitlin, to get bills like she received for Maxon's ride.
What we're all surprised by is how often there is no contracted rate with our insurance company and our local ambulance that's going to give us the security of knowing that we're just going to pay a normal copay. And that's what we're trying to solve.
Because the other option was what?
100 miles an hour trying to drive myself and my son to United UMC. Until, of course, then, Metro pulls me over and then I have a CPS case.
Caitlin says there was no other option but to call 911. She's extremely thankful to the paramedics who helped her son in that time of crisis. But she questions why that $1,600 bill hit her mailbox in the first place. First, she appealed to United Healthcare, who she says later sent her to a third-party negotiator.
Hi, Caitlin. My name is I'm calling from United Healthcare.
After we started asking questions about why that ride wasn't covered, a United Healthcare spokesperson told us, quote, there was some confusion between the provider and our member, and that ride would be covered under the family's plan.
Driving, he's energetic. Yeah, he's doing amazing.
Now, months after that costly ride, Maxon and Mom are doing just fine. But you could say the pain of dealing with this billing headache isn't cured.
Like, what other options do we have? We don't. And so you kind of feel like you're being taken advantage of your crisis.
The cost of the ambulance ride, while covered by insurance, was applied to the family's deductible. And because this happened in January, they are technically still paying for part of it until they hit that deductible. United Healthcare saying they are covering any remaining charges as well. Spokesperson for the city also adding the charges really don't offset the cost of providing the ambulance service and that they do offer assistance to those who cannot afford to pay. I'm David Sharns, 8 News Now.
David, thank you. Now, there is a movement in Washington to amend that medical billing law so that ambulance service would cost the consumer a small amount like a copay. Both United Healthcare and the city of North Las Vegas provided statements to us. You can read them in full at 8newsnow.com and, of course, inside our mobile app.